On March 23, 1931, Bhagat Singh was hanged in Lahore with his fellow comrades Rajguru and Sukhdev. On the way to the gallows, Bhagat Singh and his companions continued to show their legendary courage and were singing Mera Rang De Basanti Chola. On September 17, 2002, the Attorney General of Texas spoke at a public event about the achievements of the Indian American community and promised that one day he would visit India. Only a year later, in January of 2004, he not only kept his promise and visited India as a United States Senator, but upon his return, founded the Friends of India caucus in the U.S. Senate. A similar caucus in the U.S. House of Representatives had been in existence since 1994, but there was no such body in the United States Senate until Texas Senator John Cornyn took the initiative and convinced his Senate colleagues to form such a caucus. The formation of the Senate India Caucus is a fitting tribute to the leadership of Senator Cornyn in reshaping America's foreign policy towards India, for which the Indian American community in the United States and the people of India will remain eternally grateful to him. We are truly honored that one of the greatest friends of India, Senator John Cornyn, is joining us in our celebration. Senator Cornyn, welcome to our program.
Well, thank you, Riti, for inviting me. I'm glad to be part of this celebration and congratulate you at such a young age, having put this program together. You're a true ambassador of goodwill for both India and the United States. And I want to congratulate Indian Americans across Texas and the nation as you mark this celebration. India and the United States are cooperating more closely now than ever before, and the relationship between our two nations continues to strengthen and benefit both of us. In fact, I'm proud to say that India is one of our nation's strongest allies and friends. I was proud to found and co-chair the Senate India Caucus, which serves as a forum for U.S. senators and Indian leaders to come together and also encourages strategic and economic cooperation between our nations. The millions of Indian Americans living in this country help bring our two nations together, and our common values and goals will be of great benefit to us as we work together to address the challenges facing our world today. It's a pleasure to recognize our growing friendship with the world's largest democracy. And again, my congratulations as you celebrate India's freedom and independence on this important day.
In India's struggle for independence, there were many heroes who sacrificed their lives so that others could live in freedom. Lala Lajpat Rai, Subhash Chandra Bose, Chandrasekhar Azad, Mahatma Gandhi, and many others. Today, we remember them and salute their sacrifices and their courage. You will not believe the demands on the time of the congressional leaders in Washington, D.C. Their schedule is always extremely hectic. Yet, Senator Robert Menendez cherishes his friendship with the Indian American community and values the strong ties with India, and therefore, since 2006, has always found the time to join us in our annual program. This celebration would not be complete without our beloved Senator from the state of New Jersey, the Honorable Robert Menendez. Senator, welcome, and thank you for being a part of this celebration once again.
Well, thank you, Riti, for your kind introduction and for welcoming back to your program. I appreciate being with you. I'm glad to be celebrating India's Independence Day with all of your viewers. This is a time to celebrate the world's largest democracy, a vibrant nation, a vibrant people who have helped move the world with their innovation, ingenuity, and culture, and we celebrate that. But it's also a day to celebrate those of Indian descent in every corner of the globe. So once again, I'm so happy to be celebrating India Independence Day with you and with everyone who watches you in your program, and I certainly look forward to seeing my friends in the Indian American community as I travel the Garden State.
Mahatma Gandhi campaigned against the British with a moderate approach based on nonviolence and non-cooperation. He led the Quit India movement and spent a number of years in jail. In March of 1930, Gandhi led his followers in a movement against the tax on salt, highlighted by the famous Salt March to Dandi. He marched 400 kilometers from Ahmedabad to Dandi to make salt himself, joined by thousands of Indians. This campaign was one of his most successful in upsetting the British hold on India. Today, we remember Mahatma Gandhi and his relentless efforts for India's independence. The Indian community in New Jersey celebrates the Independence Day enthusiastically with a parade and many other festivities, often attended by Governor John Corzine. He has visited India numerous times and proudly calls himself a friend of India. Governor Corzine was my guest on this program last year, and we are thrilled that he is joining us once again in our celebration. Welcome back, Governor.
Namaste. Thank you, Rita, for inviting me to your celebration of Independence Day of India, the largest democracy on the face of the earth. Congratulations to all those who celebrate India's democracy and its great people.
The Independence Day of India is celebrated all over the country in many different ways. The people of India celebrate the Independence Day to pay homage to the brave patriots who sacrificed their lives to free India and gave us a reason to smile. Flag hoisting ceremonies and cultural programs take place in all the state capitals. The Prime Minister's speech from the precincts of the Red Fort in the capital of New Delhi is the major highlight and is telecast live for the nation to view. My next guest has always amazed me and our viewers with his knowledge and his love for India. Last year, on August 15th on this program, he spoke about the Hindu Upanishads. Earlier this year, during our celebration of the Republic Day of India, he spoke about Rabindranath Tagore and his dream of visiting India. He is a great friend of the Indian American community in New York and a regular guest on my programs. We are thrilled that once again, our great governor of the Empire State, the Honorable David Paterson, is joining us today as we celebrate the 62nd anniversary of the Independence Day of India. Governor, welcome to our program.
Well, thank you, Riti. You're pretty amazing yourself that you remember that Rabindranath Tagore, who won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913, gave Mahatma Gandhi his nickname because he was Mohandas Gandhi, but Mahatma means fire. And of course, bringing light and bringing excitement into what inevitably became the independence of India right before the stroke of midnight on August the 15th of 1947, when Prime Minister Nehru really said that this is the end of a 100-year struggle for India receiving its independence, but it really is the beginning. And so on the 62nd anniversary, we think about Nehru's words as India has become an international leader in culture and science and education and the arts, and has become a great partner to New York State in terms of commerce, one of our largest trading partners, and is still developing in that respect, expanding in logarithmic proportion the economic development of the globe. And so on this Independence Day, as people sit in their homes and wave the Indian flag privately and publicly in order to express it, I wanted to give to you and to all of the people, not just of the Indian community of New York, but to all New Yorkers, because in boroughs like Queens and in Long Island, and even in some of the upstate communities now, and certainly in Manhattan, there are thriving Indian communities that are part of the structure of New York State's culture as well. And so I'd like to present this proclamation to all of the Indian people and all of New York's people in honor of Indian Independence Day's 62nd anniversary.
Thank you very much, Governor.
Thank you.
Today is a very special day when 1 billion people of India and millions around the world are celebrating our independence and our democracy. And as the Governor mentioned, to commemorate this great event, Governor has issued a special proclamation which I'd like to share with you. The proclamation reads, "Whereas the people of the Empire State have a long-standing tradition of acknowledging significant milestones and events of historical importance, therefore, we are proud to join with fellow citizens of Indian heritage throughout the tri-state region as they commemorate the 62nd anniversary of India's independence with appropriate celebrations and festivities, and whereas our great state welcomes the opportunity to be the site of marvelous events which promote a greater understanding of various cultures of the world. Now, therefore, I, David A. Paterson, Governor of the State of New York, do hereby proclaim August 15, 2009 as India Independence Day in the Empire State." The spirit of India has fascinated the world with its very mystique. A subcontinent with a 5,000-year-old history. A civilization united by its diversity, India has always been known as a land where history echoes itself with all its wonders and every piece of stone and every particle of dust. Several members of the U.S.-India caucus have appeared on this program since 2006. When I met Senator John Cornyn, the co-chair of the caucus, a few days ago, I felt really ecstatic and exhilarated when he spoke so proudly of our new ambassador to the U.S. Joining me now in our celebration of the 62nd anniversary of the Independence Day of India is our ambassador to the U.S., the Honorable Meera Shankar. Ambassador Shankar is India's second lady ambassador to the U.S. after Vijay Lakshmi Pandit served in the same capacity between 1949 and 1951. Your Excellency, welcome to our program and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Riti. It's a great pleasure for me to address the Indian American community on the occasion of India's Independence Day. This is the day when we became free of hundreds of years of colonial rule. Our freedom struggle was unique in that it used the principle of non-violence and mobilization of passive resistance by the people to end a mighty empire. The Indian American community in the United States has come of age in recent years. It is a community which is now 2.7 million strong and has made vital contributions not only to the US economy but also to building bridges of peace and friendship with India. It is these relationships between people in the two countries which have nourished and nurtured the relationship. We saw this extensively during the discussions on the India-US Civil Nuclear Agreement last year, where the Indian community played a vital role in America in achieving a consensus. I hope that the community will continue to act as a bridge between our two countries and will play a very important and increasing role in strengthening the friendship and cooperation between us.
As we complete our celebration of the 62nd anniversary of the Independence Day of India, we leave you with some breathtaking sights and sounds of India. Jai Hind!